Hello. I'm writing about anger today. I'm ploughing on with my next book, which is NLP and EFT for Parents, which is due out, I think, in March. And the chapter I'm writing is about anger. And I just thought it would be helpful, perhaps, with half term coming up. I remember the half terms quite well. That you might just think a little about how anger happens and what you can do to step in to change the results of anger. So I like to describe anger as like the prickles of a hedgehog, sharp, painful, but ultimately there to protect the soft underbelly of the hedgehog, its vulnerability. Unless it puts out its prickles, it will die. This need to protect themselves is one children can very much relate to. They completely get it when we talk about hedgehogs and prickles and soft underbelly and hurt, unmet needs. They completely understand, and it's very easy then to be sort of saying, okay, so let's talk about this. And I use various exercises. I use something called the anger onion. I obviously use tapping. We talk about the drama triangle, all sorts of other things that are going to be included in this chapter. But what I want to talk about right now is to explain what the trigger is, because the anger is a response. They don't sort of wake up and say, right, I'm going to be angry today. Anger is a response to something. There is always a trigger. The trigger might not have happened immediately before the anger, but it has happened and sparked something that might then be something that goes back over a few different events, if you like. And this is just like the last straw. So let me tell you how a trigger works. Something happens. Someone says or does something, and we call this an external event. We then filter it. It sort of comes in, we experience it, but then we filter it through our beliefs, our values, our experiences. So our beliefs are what we feel about things, what we believe to be true about this situation, what's been said, what we've made it mean. Our values, what's important to us, what we've experienced in our life. The way that we process our world, which is all about our VAK and meta programs, which is the visual, auditory and kinesthetic, and then how we process in terms of big chunk, small chunk, choices, process, towards and away from, etc., which you'll find in lots of my posts and books, and our memories. And this gives us an internal representation of the event, basically what we make it mean. This then creates a state or mood or attitude or feeling, and this shows in our body. I'm sure you can recognize that sort of, what's going to happen now? That's our physiology. And then there's a behavior, which is the angry response. And that then becomes the next external event. And so it keeps circling and evolving. What we as parents need to do is work on the filters so that your child creates a different internal representation. And indeed, that's what I do when I'm working with my child's clients. I'm working on the beliefs, because the beliefs is where is the trigger, is what you make it mean. So one child does something to another child, and that's going to happen a lot in half term. Believe you me, having had 4 children, 3 reasonably close in age, then yes, there will be explosions, anger. But when you can help them to track back to the trigger, to the belief, and to then work on just understanding and unraveling that belief so that you can actually help them to make it mean something different. Okay, I hope that's helped.